2025 has been an unexpectedly slow year for Stress Level Zero, where excitement seems to have taken yet another break. So in their infinite wisdom, they've turned to the one entity that can surely revitalize the creative spark: Sir Whiskey Consulting LLC. In an effort to definitely not keep fans waiting any longer, Stress Level Zero has made the bold decision to bring in yours truly. Now, to be fully transparent, I have exactly 0 official credentials, but I do have a sense of what the people actually want, or at least what one VR-obsessed YouTuber with too much free time on their hands thinks they do. So settle in, because today in What If Bonelab Had, we're not just playing, we're theorizing what could shape the future of Bonelab, or any of their games, whether Stress Level Zero asked for it or not. Bonelab's environments are carefully designed, handcrafted, and built for physics-driven gameplay. But what if every time you booted up this procedural mode, the level was different? Procedural generation is when a game creates its environments on the fly, rather than using static pre-built maps. Think about how games like Blade and Sorcery keep their arenas feeling fresh with randomized layouts and enemy placements. New challenges with randomly spawned items and obstacles in certain areas offers more replayability. Now imagine that level of unpredictability in Bonelab, where every playthrough of this mode offers a completely different experience from the last. Imagine the replayability. Every run would feel new and exciting and give players more experiences in-game. One way this could work is through modular level design. Imagine Bonelab maps made of interchangeable rooms that shuffle every time you load in. Hallways, vertical shafts, elevators, vents, open combat areas, buildings, all stitched together in a way that feels organic but never the same. Or take it a step further, fully randomized physics-based terrain where objects, obstacles, and even gravity shifts depending on the seed. One playthrough, you're dodging physics obstacles in a tight corridor. The next, you're in an open vertical space where the floor might not even exist, and you need to climb out. Of course, it's not just about the environment. Random enemy placements, surprise physics-based hazards like platforms or pistons moving, or even unpredictable weapon spawns could make every encounter different. Now imagine if Bonelab took a page out of the Roguelike playbook. Roguelites are all about taking risks, facing randomized challenges, and earning rewards. Progression, if you will. What if Bonelab implemented something similar? You could have randomized combat arenas, each more intense than the last, with modifiers, unique weapons, and hidden paths that you can only discover through trial and error. The more you play, the more you unlock, but each time you step into a new arena, it's a whole different kind of experience. The game could unlock a full new progression system in this roguelike mode, which again offers a reason to keep coming back and playing. So what would procedural generation add to Bonelab's replayability? Well, let's start with the obvious: infinite content. With procedurally generated levels, you wouldn't need a new map from Stress Level Zero or modders every few months. Every time you load up the game, you'd be stepping into something new, ensuring that no two playthroughs are ever the same. But it's not just about new environments. Procedural generation could open the door to entirely new game modes. Imagine an Escape the Lab mode, where the goal is to get to an exit that's different every time, traversing through randomized hazards, shifting paths, and evolving challenges. The stakes are always high when you don't know what's coming next, and offers, again, more replay value. With procedural generation, physics-based puzzles could evolve with every playthrough. One moment you're stacking crates to block a moving fan blade, and the next you're dodging falling debris while navigating a maze of platforms. No two runs are the same, keeping you thinking, adapting, and on your toes the entire time. Best of all, it's in VR. Of course, procedural generation in Bonelab sounds amazing, but there are some big hurdles to overcome. First off, how would Bonelab's physics engine, Marrow, handle randomly generated spaces? Bonelab's physics system is one of the game's defining features. The way objects move, break, and interact is what gives the game its charm. But with procedural levels, the unpredictability of random terrain could lead to some wild and possibly broken interactions. Imagine trying to navigate through an arena that randomly spawns a wall in your path, or enemy AI trying to navigate through terrain that's too dynamic. It's a balancing act, and the question is, can Stress Level Zero make sure the physics still feel polished while keeping everything unpredictable? Another big question is whether procedural levels could maintain Stress Level Zero's focus on immersive, handcrafted environments. Bonelab is known for its meticulously designed levels. Each area feels like it's part of a larger world with a story behind it. Would procedural generation sacrifice that rich attention to detail in favor of randomness? Could every level feel as immersive and thoughtfully crafted as the current ones, or would they just feel like a chaotic mess? Now, I think procedural generation can be a chaotic mess, but I'm also not intending for this mode to take over the main storyline. This would be a standalone mode, and what I think the biggest hurdle is Bonelab's AI. Could Bonelab's enemies intelligently navigate dynamically changing terrain? In games with procedural generation, enemy AI often has a hard time adjusting to new layouts or unexpected obstacles. That would be the perfect opportunity for Stress Level 0 to actually give their NPCs actual intelligence, a total rework which is long overdue. With procedural generation, replayability becomes limitless. The community could shape Bonelab in ways Stress Level 0 may have never imagined, but the real question is, could we see this future for Bonelab? Or is it just a dream for now? While I don't think we see any level of procedural technology in this game, perhaps in the future. As technology evolves, AI is becoming more integrated in our daily lives, influencing everything from work to play. We're already witnessing AI-powered tools reshape game design, generating vast worlds, dynamic narratives, and adaptive experiences. AI-driven procedural generation isn't just a possibility anymore, it's becoming the next frontier. But hey, I'm just some guy talking into a microphone in the middle of the night. So what do I know? So would you want procedural levels in the next Stress Level 0 title? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, let me know what you thought of this video. I'd love to hear feedback on this as well. Anyways, that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.